Just 5 weeks ago, that this same Les Miles-led football team made the trip to Jordan-Hare Stadium to take on Auburn. They were beaten in every aspect of the game and fell 41-7. Fans and media began to question whether this team would even win another conference game. And now, after a defeat of number 3 Ole Miss that saw fans rush the field for the first time since 2000, followed by an Alabama game that many say the Tigers outplayed the Tide. 17 true freshmen taking the field for the purple and gold, the most in the Les Miles era. Not only was the progress seen on the field, but also on the scoreboard. A chance for an SEC West crown and a playoff berth are out of the picture, but the progress shown has been special. And a strong finish to the season can make the Tigers, with another year under their belt, a national contender come August.
It's a special team that way. I really do. I think their leadership is done by character and quality people. I think they're ambitious. I think they recognize that, they can be a very, very, if not great football team. Difficult for me to compare, where this team has improved to with some other teams that we've had. I can tell you it's bested many.
LSU's most cold weather game, well, the most famous one, dates back to the Y.A. Tittle era, the 1947 Cotton Bowl against Arkansas. A game that remains to this day as the Ice Bowl, ending in a freezer-burn 0-0 tie. The Pro Football Hall of Famer described it as the coldest game he had ever played in. 67 years later, the Tigers will travel to Fayetteville, Arkansas to take on the Razorbacks Saturday in a game that could set a record. According to weather.com, the high temperature will hover right around freezing at 32 degrees with a low of 26. A 7 p.m. kickoff will mean the sun will be down, as will be the thermometer. A 40% chance of a wintry mix is also in the equation. This could all result in the coldest game the LSU Tigers have ever played. Current records show the coldest game since 1961 was a game in Fayetteville in 1992 at 31 degrees, followed by 33 when LSU visited South Bend, and El Paso, Texas claims a third spot for the 1971 Sun Bowl. Whether the temperature is 31 or 101, the Tigers know Arkansas will be waiting Saturday, hungry for their first SEC win in 2 years in the Brett Bielema era.
Played in some turkey bowls in my little league days, but and I played in some very cold games in high school playoffs. But I don't think I ever played in snow. So it's going to be an experience.
From what I've heard, not this cold that's coming up Saturday. And, it's just something different, and I have to adjust to it.
Youth football, then middle school, followed by a high school career, and before long, they're a senior playing in a final home game in Death Valley. Time does fly by, and nobody knows this more than the parents of the LSU seniors. A roller coaster of emotions, but a smile for what their sons have accomplished. One of the best offensive linemen in LSU history, Lyle Collins. I'm here with the beautiful mother of that fantastic football player. I gotta ask, what does it mean to see your son out there in his last game in Death Valley, giving it all he's got for the Tigers?
It's a prayer from God. I'm so grateful that he was able to get this far. God brought him this far, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm almost speechless.
I promised I wasn't going to cry, though. So his sister may cry, but I'm not going to cry.
He's one of the hardest workers, one of the grinds every day of practice, works his hardest. He's a senior. This is his last game at Tiger Stadium. What are the emotions going through you guys right now?
Such a great experience. I'm so excited. Everybody asks, are you nervous? It's like, I'm not playing. This is going to be a great night.
One of the absolute monsters on the Tigers defense, Rasco, his mother. You're here on senior night. It's his last game in Tiger Stadium. As you hear Baton Rouge playing in the background, what's the emotions like for you right now?
Wow, undescribable. I mean, the road hadn't been easy for him.
Did you ever imagine when he was younger that he would get to this level, possibly an NFL draft coming up pretty soon?
No, he even told me, he said, Mom, I never thought football would have taken me this far.
Seems to be another week, the same story for the LSU volleyball team, and that means winning. 10 straight matches in a row that has the Tigers with a 10-3 SEC record as we head to the final stretch of the season. This is the longest since 2010 and the longest conference streak since 1992. The Tigers received votes for the top 25 poll for the first time since the opening week of the season, falling in 21st. Currently third in the conference, LSU now has its eyes set on a postseason run.
Super proud of where we are and the work that these guys and the body of the work that this season has shown. You know, hopefully the committee will be favorable where they send us. But, you know, it's kind of luck of the draw, and we're happy to have a chance. That's the goal. You get the chance to compete for the national championship.
It really just depends on how we finish these last 5 games. And, I mean, it's crucial for every team in the SEC right now because there are so many ties. There are a lot of ways it could end up. So whether you're first or last, everybody has to finish to their best ability.
The men's basketball team kicks off their season in the friendly confines of the PMAC this weekend. Expectations are high, with a number of players added that Coach Johnny Jones hopes were the missing pieces to an NCAA tournament appearance. One game at a time is the motto, and that begins Saturday as LSU takes on Gardner-Webb beginning at 12 p.m. A number of tickets are still available. The game will air on the SEC Network and will be a good challenge before Big 12 Texas Tech travels to Baton Rouge next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll have more after the break.